It's got 4 equal sides. What's a rectangle? Going equal 90-degree angles. You need to know the technical definitions. What's a square? Equal sides, equal 90-degree angles. What's a trapezoid?
Just one pair of parallel. One pair of sides.
One pair of parallel sides. What is a kite? Two pairs of consecutive congruent sides. The opposite sides are not congruent. If the opposite sides were congruent, it would be a square. Or a rhombus, I guess. Okay, so we're learning some theorems about parallelograms today. You guys remember on parallel lines what we know about these two angles?
Yes.
They add up to 180. So on a parallelogram, what does that mean? 1 and 2. Or, if you're going this way, if these are parallel, 2 and 3. So, these two add up to 180, these two add up to 180, these two. Consecutive angles are supplementary on a parallelogram. Okay, opposite angles, what do you think we might know about opposite angles? If these two are supplementary, if 2 is supplementary, 3, and 4 is supplementary, it's 3, 4, and 4 and 2 are the same. Yeah, they're the opposite angles are congruent, yes. And there's a way to prove it, like all these things. I'm not going to go through all of it like this, but if you draw a diagonal, you can prove congruent triangles. And anyways, what do you think we know about opposite sides? Opposite sides. Besides being parallel, that's the definition of parallelogram. They're congruent also. Okay. Let's see. I should probably list all these out. Consecutive angles are what?
Supplementary.
Supplementary. Opposite angles are what? Congruent. You can tell this by looking really. These two are obviously not the same. This is obtuse, this is acute. Opposite angles, congruent. What did I say about the sides? Opposite sides. Congruent. I could say opposite sides are parallel, but that's kind of the definition of parallelogram. Okay, one thing they throw in, this doesn't really fit on the list as well, but if one angle is 90 degrees, because the opposite angle has to be congruent, and the consecutive angles have to add up to 180, they're all 90. So therefore, it's a rectangle. If you have one 90-degree angle, it's got to be a rectangle. Okay, this next one's a little bit harder, but let's see, can I do it? And you can prove like these triangles are congruent, blah, blah, blah. But basically, diagonals bisect each other. So what does that mean? They cut each other in half. So that means those two are the same. Are these two diagonals the same length? No. This one's a lot longer than this one. Okay, they're not the same. These two angles are close. These are kind of far away. But bisect each other means they cut each other in half. So these two would be the same, and these two would be the same. Okay, so this is separate. So that's all we got for parallelograms. So consecutive angles are what? Supplementary. You guys know what consecutive angles means?
Yeah.
No.
They're not opposite each other. They're right. Like
One after the
if
other.
you're going around in a circle.
But
One
this
after
is
the
a
other.
square.
Consecutive days are like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So the next one over. Opposite angles are congruent is up there. Opposite sides are, if one angle is 90, what do we know about diagonals? They bisect each other. That's it. Alright, this one's kind of weird. If these three lines are parallel, then they're gonna cut.
The Leo sneeze.
I feel
Sounds like
I
he's so
feel
easy,
friendly
like,
and
shut
awesome.
Do you get that on video?
The sneeze, probably. Yeah, maybe.
You can barely hear
The video's not normally that.
Yeah, it's really not
I
that
was
loud.
about to say, we can barely hear ourselves.
Yeah, we can barely hear us. That is true.
It's probably
We
good.
can recreate it right now.
Why did my voice sound so deep on the computer?
I don't know, because normally it sounds like a little. No, He's like,
Yes. Yes.
Literally walking.
Even when
What just happened?
it's just like,
It was like fine with it. He was like, I'm not gonna chase them.
okay, so this one's kind of weird.
He comes back bawling.
If these two are congruent,
then those two are.
these are, yeah, these two have to be congruent. Now, it could be that these two are not congruent, like if I move this line down or something. But if they are congruent, it's like a perfect, I don't know, shredder thing. So it'll cut every other line congruently. That doesn't mean these two are the same length, but these two are the same as each other, these two are the same as each other. That's it. Alright.
Okay.
God, he's
Anything else?
Right
we
side,
need
just
to
go,
know?
he could go to the bathroom, so. Number 1.
He needs to control himself.
Assignments are on the board, 260, 1 through 17, 21 through 26.
No one can believe the answers.
Yeah.
Figure it out himself.
Oh.
No, that was the big door.
One is like congruent and supplementary.
Just like
Your
How
mom's-
you decide?
Mom?
Mhm.
My momsy?
Yep.
Is your mom here?
Okay, opposite sides are what and what?
He's gonna come in and try and do a deep voice, I bet.
Parallel and congruent, yes. Yeah, fine.
He's got both.
No way.
It says decoration.
Souvenir.
Yeah.
Leo, we started.
Okay.
Souvenir. You want to hang on to that. Opposite sides are parallel and congruent. Number 3, consecutive angles are supplementary. Kind of just did that 1 through 4 thing. Number 5, I probably should have said opposite sides are parallel in my list. I failed. Number 5, find the measure of each angle in ABCD. So, angle C would have to be what? 48, because opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. Just put 48, not the explanation. Number 7, angle ABD. This one's a little trickier.
Wait, no.
Okay, what do we know about angle A and angle ABC? Yeah, Katie?
Add 48 and 55 and subtract 80.
Yes. So together, this 48-degree angle and this angle have to make 180, right? So they gave us 55
77.
up here. So if we just do 180 minus these two, that will give us the leftover,
77.
77. Does that make sense? Does it not make sense?
No comment.
Okay, we know that these two angles have to add up to 180, right?
Yeah.
And these two together make up this angle. So basically all three of these angles have to add up to 180. Okay. Alright. You gotta catch me when I do that. You gotta. Anyways, number 9. JM. So it says JL is 6. We'll probably need that later. But how do I find JM?
Look at KL because it's
KL.
the opposite.
Right. KL, opposite sides are congruent, so JM is also 6. 6.0 mm. I don't know why they give that specific millimeter. Okay. In the directions it says that JL is 6. Do you guys see
So
JL?
would it be 3?
Do you guys see JL? Okay, so on 11 it says find NL. So how should NL be related to JL? Should be half, because diagonals bisect each other. So half of 6 is 3. Okay, on 13 we just talked about this one. If AB is the same as BC is the same as CD, all those segments on that line will be congruent. Because basically on the left side all those segments are congruent, so AB is congruent to BC, is congruent to CD. Also GF is congruent to FE, is congruent to ED. But it's got to be on the same line. Like AB is not congruent to GF, for example. Okay, number 13, find ED. You guys see ED? If GF is 3. 3. Not a trick question. "15 says find AB. You guys see AB? If BC, oh, I lost my place.
AD.
Started reading number 16. If AD is 12.
1, 2, 3. So 4. Because you divide by 3.
Okay, AB is one of those segments, right? And AD is 3 of the segments. So if AD is 12, then AB is going to be 1/3 of 12. So what's 12 divided by 3? 4.
4.
Okay, 17. The handrail, vertical supports, and bottom support rail form parallelograms. So, yeah, looks like rectangles to me, but anyway. Guys, put your feet down off the chair. Okay, if the vertical supports joins the handrail at a 65-degree angle, vertical supports. They must be talking about the X then.
I'm going to need a better picture to understand.
Why would they be talking about just like the street?
Well, that wouldn't be a 65. They give me no help, of course. Let's make an assumption then and see if we get the right answer. What are the measures of the other 3 angles in the 3 parallel in each parallelogram? It must be talking about a vertical angle. Okay. I think basically this is what they're saying. 65. Anyways, yeah, I guess it is a parallelogram. It is slightly slanted. Anyways, so what would the other three angles have to be?
Yeah,
What would
that's
this-
65.
One down. What about this one?
25.
I was right.
180 minus 65.
Has to point.
Oh yeah, I did the 360. I thought
I think it was.
Thought it added to.
So that's three. Those are the three answers. 115, 65, 115. If the vertical supports are 3 feet long, you guys know what vertical means? Yep, I know. If the vertical supports are 3 feet long and are attached to the handrail every 5 feet, what is the distance between the vertical supports along the bottom support rail? You guys understand what they're saying?
No.
Vertical supports, what's the distance along the bottom?
Wow.
Ding ding.
I knew
I knew it.
all along.
Where do the diagonal supports meet?
In the middle.
Well, there's not exactly a middle. It meets.
Median.
In the center.
Median.
It meets at their midpoints.
Median.
No, median was a triangle thing. It meets at their midpoints.
Wrong.
The midpoints. Okay, 21 through 26. 21 says find each measure of the angle. So we're not just solving for x, we're finding all the
Size.
angles.
Oh.
Find each measure. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, so 21 says find each angle measure, ENA. So let's go ahead and find X and Y, and then we'll come back and find A and B. We'll do A and B after that. So how could I find X? That's actually a tricky question. We haven't talked about this trick today. Okay, here's my parallel lines. What do I know about these two angles? They're congruent, alternate interior, right? So in our picture, you guys see that here and here? So in our picture, if this is 36, and this is 36, and they said this is x minus 2, and this is x.
So then the opposite would be.
Okay, what do we know about like these three angles? You have to add up 20. Consecutive angles, which would be this big angle and this angle, have to add up 20. So x plus x minus 2 plus 36 equals 180.
So 2x plus 34 equals 1.
You guys get it?
74.
73.
73?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm right.
Okay, that's not really the answer. We're just going to need it to find the answer. A says find angle ENA.
So one of them is.
You guys see angle ENA in the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Right there, right?
What?
36.
ENA.
Oh, okay.
E and A.
Yes.
So I'm
Thing.
drawing this angle right here. So it's 36 degrees. Okay, find angle T. Angle T is going to be the same as what? You know what we could have done?
X.
Yeah, it's going to be the same as angle E or X degrees. How many was X we found earlier? 73.
70.
Okay, 23. So, for 22, you got to find the Y values. I don't think you guys will have too much trouble. The top one and the bottom one should be equal, right? Anyways, number
20.
23. Find each side length. PQ. Okay.
Oh, no.
So, let's see. Y plus 2. Oh, gosh. That's a little bit trickier. No. Give me an equation with x's and y's, somebody. Just doesn't matter. Something that's true.
X plus Y equals 5.
No, on this problem.
Oh, X plus 3.
X plus 3 equals.
X. 72.
No. X plus 3 equals what in this picture?
2y plus 1.
2y plus 1. Now, can I solve that? No. What's the other equation? I don't know.
X.
X equals Y plus 2.
So you can plug in the Y plus 2.
Okay, you guys remember solving systems of equations last year?
Yeah, plug in.
We used elimination, graphing. In this case, what's probably the most efficient way? Substitution. I can replace x with y plus 2 in the other equation. So in the top equation, I'm going to change y to y plus 2 plus 3.
Then 5 equals Y plus 1. So 4 equals 1.
Okay, that wasn't our answer, but we need that. Okay, we're probably going to need the x too, so how can I find the x?
Now that you have your y.
X is equal to y plus 2, and y was what? 4. So 4 plus 2 is
6.
okay. Now let's look at the question. PQ is the bottom one, which is just x. So what's PQ going to be?
6.
6. QR is 2y plus 1. We found y was 4, so it's 2 times 4 plus 1, which is... Okay, 25. The measures of consecutive angles... this is what we're finding, sorry. The measure of consecutive angles if one has a measure 46 greater than the other. More algebra. How could I write that? Okay. Here's one angle, I'll call it x. If I call this angle x, what could I call this one?
X plus 46. And they eat. Wait, do those two? Yeah, they do.
Really, we don't need all these because we know an equation with just these two, right?
Those two equal 180.
Those two add up to 180.
So 2x.
X plus 46 equals 180, or 2x plus 46 equals 180. So this is 67, they only want the 2, because these are just repeats, but, how would I find this angle?
Plus
Plus 46.
Oh yeah, we're only doing 26.